So before we get into the business part, let me talk a little bit about psychology, right? So as we continue to discuss psychology, I want you to look at your psychological perspective as you are addressing and identifying the type of leader you're going to be in business. And we touched on that last week. But psychology is very important from an understanding of who you are, right? And so I wanted to go back and make sure you guys understand two of the aspects, the schools of thought under psychology that you will have to deal with in being a business owner are humanistic psychology. Okay, that's one. And then the other is social psychology. So let me give you the definition, then I'll explain how you're going to be forced to deal with them in business. Humanistic psychology is an approach that emphasizes the role of individuals, individual experiences, and personal growth. It suggests that people have an innate drive to reach their full potential. And so what we learned as I was going through my different journeys of my master's program in taking humanistic psychology, the course, and studying the subject, when you go into the field of counseling, that is an area in which you are touted to be somebody's cheerleader, basically. From a humanistic perspective, what you're doing is telling them they can reach their potential. And your job is to help them reach their full potential by being somewhat of a cheerleader. So I use the word cheerleader as an adjective to kind of describe how you're going to help them to attain being the better version of themselves. Now, social psychology. Social psychology is the study of how people interact with others. It includes topics such as social influence, group dynamic, interpersonal relationships. That in itself lets you know that when you are dealing with people from a business perspective, whether you own a company or you are working as an internship in somebody else's company to gain experience and knowledge, there's a certain level of social interaction that will take place. There's nothing you can do about it. It is what it is. So when you understand that, you approach the situation, the job, you approach every situation with an understanding that there's going to be a social interaction and I have to position myself to make the best of this moment or get from this opportunity what I need to get from it. If nothing else, what am I getting from this opportunity, right? So that's what I want you to think about today. As we talk about you positioning yourself to build a business that you are passionate about, keep in mind your humanistic side in terms of who you hire and the people that will work for your company, as well as your social psychological perspective, because the way you interact with people is gonna foretell how people want to deal with you if they choose to deal with you at all. Because keep in mind, like some of you are nasty. Some people are just nasty by nature in terms of you don't know how to interact with people, or you feel that people are always trying to come after you, right? They're trying to be smart. They're trying to, say something or do something to set you off or trigger you. Everybody's not out to get you. But if that's a part of your perspective in life, it's going to carry over into business.